Reinforcements have arrived.
Reporting. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Waiting order. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Report. Acknowledge. Awaiting order. Affirmative. Vehicle report. Acknowledged. Report acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Awaiting acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Objective.
Affirmative.
Met.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle report acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Report acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, affirmative.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Awaiting knowledge.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Acknowledge.
Yeah, I'm there. Let's rock. I'm there. Cha-ching! I'm there. Cha-ching! I'm there. Come on now.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
What's up? Let's rock. I'm there. I'm there. Let's rock. Let's rock. Yeah? Let's rock.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yeah? I'm there.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
New construction options.
Yes, sir.
Building.
I'm there. Let's rock. Let's rock.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Yes, sir. I'm there. Let's rock. Let's rock. Let's rock. Let's rock.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
What's up? Let's rock.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. On hold. Cancel. Building. Construction complete. Building. On hold. Cancel.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Vehicle affirmative. Affirmative.
Yeah?
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Reporting.
Our base is under attack.
What's up? I'm there. Cha-ching! Cha-ching! Chew on this! Chew on this! Chew on this!
Construction complete. Building. Building. Construction complete. Building.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete. Building.
Reporting.
Construction complete. Insufficient funds. Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. Building.
Reporting.
Construction complete. Construction options. Building.
Reporting.
On hold. Cancel. Training. Unit ready. Training.
Yes, sir. On my way. For King and Con, on my way. Commander,
Unit
on my
ready.
way. Yes, sir. Indeed. For King and Con, on my way. On my way, indeed. On my way, indeed. Indeed. On my way. For King and Country.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
The base is under attack.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged.
What's up? Rock. Come on then. Cha-ching. I'm there.
Building.
Let's rock.
Yes, sir. Indeed. Indeed. For King and Country. Indeed. For King and Country. On my way.
Unit ready. Building.
Indeed. On my way. For King and Country. On my way. For King and Country. On my way. Indeed. For King and Country. Indeed. For King and Indeed.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yeah, I'm there. Cha-ching. I'm there.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting order. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Construction
Acknowledged.
complete.
Affirmative.
Building. Construction options.
Reporting.
On hold.
Affirmative.
Building.
Waiting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Let's rock. Cha-ching.
Preparing.
Yes, sir. For King and Country. For King and Country.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Unit prepared.
Vehicle reporting. Reporting. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Commander. Commander, indeed. For King and Country. On my way. On my way, indeed.
Building. Unit prepared. Building. Repairing. Our base is under attack. Unit prepared.
Yeah, let's rock.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Vehicle.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting.
Affirmative. Vehicle. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete. Building.
Vehicle
Acknowledged.
Vehicle acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Awaiting knowledge. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reinforcements have arrived. Building. Low power. On hold. Cancel. Building. Repairing.
Waiting order. Yes, sir.
What's up? I'm there. I'm there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What's up?
Construction complete.
Shake it, baby.
Unit prepared. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Our base is under attack.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
What's up, rock?
Construction
Let's
complete.
rock.
Unit prepared.
Shake it, baby.
Cannot deploy here. Cannot deploy here.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Vehicle acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir.
Report. Affirmative.
Commander.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Repairing. Unit ready. Building. Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
What's up? Chew on this. Let's rock.
Unit repaired.
Let's rock.
Unable to comply. Building in progress. Building. Unit ready.
What's up, rock? Let's rock.
Construction complete. Cancel. Building.
I'm there. Let's rock.
Construction complete.
Chew on this.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Be acknowledged.
Shake it, baby. Yeah, I'm there. I'm there.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
Awaiting acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Vehicle acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Awaiting order.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Shake it, baby.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready. Building.
Reporting.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, for king and country.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Building.
Reporting. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Prepare.
Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Waiting order. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Our base is
Yes,
under
sir.
attack. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledge. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit prepared.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Prepare.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Waiting order.
Building.
Waiting order. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Unit prepared. Unit lost.
Acknowledge.
Unit ready.
Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. 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 Acknowledge.
Unit
Acknowledge.
ready.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Building.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Reporting. Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledge. At
lost.
once.
Unit ready.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge.
Building.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Yeah, that's right.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Building.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Awaiting.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Prepare.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Unit prepared.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Training. Unit
Yeah,
ready.
I'm there. I'm there.
Building.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Cannot deploy here. Building. Unit lost. Unit lost. Construction complete.
I'm there.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Building. Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Unit
Reporting.
lost.
At once. Very well. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit
Agree.
lost.
Very well. Affirmative. Agree. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once.
Unit
Yes, sir.
lost. Unit
Very well.
ready. Unit
Yes, sir.
lost. Building.
At once. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. At once. Yes,
Unit
affirmative.
lost.
Of course. Agreed.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building. Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Affirm. Acknowledge. Affirm. Acknowledge. 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 Affirm. Acknowledge. Acknowledged. Acknowledge.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready. Building.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building.
Reporting. Vehicle acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready. Building.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Unit
Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle acknowledged. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Building.
Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Waiting orders. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Vehicle
Building.
affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
Vehicle. Acknowledged. Awaiting order. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Our base is under attack. Building.
What's up? I'm there. I'm
Low power. Construction complete. Building.
Yes, sir.
Building. Construction complete. Building. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building. Construction complete.
Vehicle
Unit
affirmative.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Vehicle.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
At
Unit
once.
lost.
Awaiting orders.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Wait.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Unit lost.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Not affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Acknowledged. Awaiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Report. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building.
Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Mission accomplished.